Governor-elect Brian Kemp took to Twitter to ring in the new year with a message for 2019, posting in part, "I look forward to serving as your governor and working towards a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Georgia." The governor-elect will be sworn in as Georgia's 83rd governor on January 14th. That is the same day the new legislative session begins. Lawmakers have already pre-filed 17 pieces of legislation for 2019. Among those, House Resolution 1 calls for a new judicial center to be named after Governor Deal. Senate Resolution 1 recognized the Atlanta Braves 2018 season. Filed by North Georgia Republican Matt Gertler, House Bill 2 would allow most Georgians to carry a firearm without a permit. House Resolution 6 proposes term limits for state senators and representatives. House Bill 8 could exempt certain women's hygiene products from the state sales tax. House Resolution 4 seems long overdue. It would repeal Prohibition in Georgia. Seemingly that just happened, did it not? The United States repealed Prohibition in 1933. However, the state never officially ratified the constitutional amendment that repealed Prohibition. House Resolution 4 calls for that to be changed.